A photo that went viral within hours has sparked major questions among the public and international army. Why was Kim Taehyung, one of BTS's main members currently serving his mandatory military duty, seen crying inside a military camp? And even more shocking, how could Jungkook's reaction, despite not being present at the scene, become the main focus and trigger such an overwhelming emotional response? This news is not only astonishing because it involves two of South Korea's global icons, but also because it emerged during a highly emotional transition period for BTS members fulfilling their national duties. The fact that the South Korean military is known for its strict control over internal information makes the leak of this photo a major anomaly that raises many questions. Who took the photo? Why was it taken? And why would someone as strong as Taehyung display such a deep expression of sorrow? There has been no official confirmation from the military, but several unnamed internal sources stated that the incident did not occur during physical training or any formal military activity. Instead, the event reportedly took place during off-duty hours, in a resting area, and was captured by someone believed to be an active service member as well. In the photo, Taehyung is seen standing near a fence, his head bowed, with both hands partially covering his face before he appears to wipe his eyes. Visual indicators that strongly suggest he was crying. The photo quickly spread through online military community platforms and then to BTS fan forums, sparking concern, speculation, and emotional reactions. Many are asking, is Taehyung facing intense emotional pressure inside the military? Is there a personal issue the public doesn't yet know about? Or could this be linked to the internal dynamics of BTS, which have recently become the subject of entertainment media speculation in South Korea? Yet the primary spotlight landed not on the incident itself, but rather on how Jungkook, the only BTS member still active in entertainment and yet to enlist, reacted to the news. Without a verbal statement, Jungkook uploaded an old photo of him and Taehyung on weverse with a short caption, "You are not alone." In an industry so tightly controlled by management, such a post isn't merely a personal emotion. It is a deliberate declaration. The question remains, what made Kim Taehyung, known for his calm, strength, and professionalism, experience such a vulnerable moment? Some Korean pop culture analysts tie it to invisible internal pressures. The military is not an easy space for a global celebrity like Taehyung, who has lived under a spotlight since a young age. Though known for his humility, he still faces tremendous social expectations. Furthermore, some sources suggest the situation could be related to internal dynamics among BTS members, now separated due to military schedules. Emotional tension is difficult to avoid, especially following the recent rumors about agency decisions and the group's future post-military. While Big Hit Music has not commented, trusted fan sites claim Jungkook's choice to break his silence and post something symbolic indicates deep concern for Taehyung's current state. Korean media outlets like Dispatch and Newsin began digging deeper into BTS members' psychological conditions during military service. According to a former military instructor interviewed anonymously by the media, it's not uncommon for new enlistees to experience intense stress in the early months, especially when they come from celebrity backgrounds used to comfort and radically different routines. Still, he emphasized that crying in the military isn't a sign of weakness, but a natural response to immense physical and mental strain. What makes Jungkook's response so powerful that analysts call it more emotional than the incident itself? It's because Jungkook has long been known for his private nature, especially about fellow members. This post is considered one of his most honest moments shown to the public. In the calculated world of K-pop, such expressions rarely occur without a serious reason. When asked by the media during his latest promotional interview, Jungkook didn't elaborate. He only responded briefly, "We are always together, even when unseen." A statement layered with meaning and indirectly confirming that emotional struggles are indeed affecting his fellow members in the military, especially Taehyung. Meanwhile, fans began tracking Taehyung's recent activity timeline. Some army members noticed changes in his facial expressions in official military photos, signs of fatigue and stress. They compared them with photos from his initial enlistment days that showed great enthusiasm. In fan forums, various theories emerged, including that he may be experiencing deep longing for his past life, or even facing internal conflict unknown to the public. What makes this story even more dramatic is that some observers see this as an early indicator of a larger challenge BTS is facing. Taehyung cries in camp. Jungkook responds emotionally. This isn't just a personal story, it's a sign of something deeper behind the scenes, said Dr. Han Ji-soo, a K-pop cultural analyst from Korea University. In the highly controlled and monitored world of K-pop, emotional leakage like this is almost never seen. So when it does happen, the public knows it's not trivial. It's a sign that BTS members, behind the grand stages and professional smiles, are ordinary humans who can hurt, feel lonely, and need support. The biggest unanswered question remains: does the video of Taehyung crying truly reflect his current psychological state, or is it just a fragment of a private moment blown up by public scrutiny? And does Jungkook's response signal that there are deeper, unseen issues the BTS members are silently grappling with? So far, the military has issued no official comments, and Big Hit Music gave a short statement saying they will not respond to issues concerning the privacy of artists serving in the military. Yet public pressure for transparency is mounting, especially as fans feel a deep emotional connection with the BTS members. Whatever the truth, one thing is clear: this moment has peeled back the curtain to show that even during military breaks, the life of an idol is filled with emotional stress and immense expectations. And amid it all, Jungkook, through one simple post, has shown that their solidarity never fades. Even in silence, they protect each other. As the world watches the video and wonders, why is Taehyung crying? The bigger question may be, how much pressure do they carry just to keep appearing strong in front of the world? And perhaps, in that secretly recorded cry, we see something greater than just sadness. We see the humanity that's long been hidden behind the image of a superstar. However, when facing viral phenomena such as Taehyung's tears at the military camp and Jungkook's emotional response that followed, we cannot be trapped solely in emotion and speculation. We must take a step back and ask a fundamental question: are we truly witnessing reality? Or are we being led by a narrative deliberately constructed to evoke a particular emotional effect? Was the footage an authentic expression of an idol under immense pressure, or rather part of a social media construction intended to provoke sympathy and draw attention to individual or group branding? We must re-question the validity of narratives shaped emotionally. Are we witnessing actual events? Or are we being drawn into a sensationalized scenario deliberately shaped by certain parties to gain clicks, attention, and exposure? This is not merely about Taehyung and Jungkook, but about how the public is influenced by the rapid and not always accurate information flow. Undeniably, the public, especially fans, often fall victim to emotionally and dramatically packaged information. In many cases, such information exploits the audience's emotional attachment to convey a particular narrative without sufficient verification. Therefore, have we been critical enough in filtering information? Are we consciously able to distinguish between legitimate news and narratives constructed solely to satisfy social media market appetites? Let's take a moment to reflect. Has social media today become a tool for shaping reality, or rather a tool for distorting the truth? When someone cries and the video goes viral, the world quickly forms conclusions, creates narratives, and even delivers moral judgments, all based solely on a few seconds of visual recording. But do we fully understand the context? Do we truly grasp the background and cause of the incident? Or are we merely trapped in a storyline built by algorithms and trends? In this increasingly complex and distorted information climate, a skeptical and reflective attitude is no longer optional, but essential. We cannot continue being passive consumers who merely absorb what is shown on screen. We must actively question, examine sources, and compare various perspectives. Is it true that Taehyung cried because of pressure? Or is there another reason deliberately left unrevealed? Why did Jungkook choose to react publicly in such a private and sensitive situation? We remind you once again that all the information we present in this article comes from various social media platforms and online media sources that may not qualify as verified primary sources. Therefore, we do not claim that the entire narrative is absolute truth. On the contrary, We urge you as readers to not immediately believe every piece of information circulating on the internet, no matter how touching or viral that information might be. Now is the time for the public to think more sharply, examine more deeply, and question everything presented as fact. In this post-truth era, where emotion often replaces data, who will ensure that truth still has a place in the public sphere? If not us, then who? We end this report with one important question for you, the reader. Do you still believe that what you see on social media always reflects reality? Or perhaps, what you see is merely a mirror that has been bent to create an illusion more beautiful or more tragic than the truth itself? Think, reflect, doubt, verify. Because in a world where anyone can be a source of news, only skepticism can save us from manipulation. Thank you for reading with full awareness and caution.